My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. We're going to be continuing for possibly the final exclusively automaton run that we are going to be doing. I did say that I was going to get to Ascension 6 and then I was going to return to the rotation. And here we are at Ascension 5, 1 beneath 6. Ooh, pretty good path over there on the left. Get 4 opportunities to pick up cards before we go into 3 elite fights. 2 of them uninterrupted, or rather they have a normal enemy in between, and then there's also a camp between that and the 3rd. And then we get to finish off with a shop, a fire, and a question mark. Looks pretty good to me. Upgrade a card by base. So if I'm upgrading a card here, I'm almost certainly going to be taking a what? Here I'm almost certainly going to be getting the red key, I guess? Because the only card in the deck that I want to upgrade at the moment is Go-To. I like the starting relic, and I also want to experiment with some higher cost encodes, or rather functions here, if possible. If this wasn't Obtain a Curse, I'd take it, but I think I am just going to go with the Go-To and then the Recall. Because, hey, I got to Recall at some point. Might as well get it done now. Get a Replicate? Nice. And I still have to dedicate 2 defends there. I want to make it out of this absolutely unharmed. Okay, and then the next turn I can hit him 3 times. Well, ideally I could hit them 3 times. Instead here I'll have to defend 3. Either I could have killed them or I could fully defend, thankfully. Null point a piercing shot, invoke. Piercing shot gives us a little bit of something that we get to play around in terms of the sentry fight. A little bit of AoE there. Null Pointer is interesting, but I would have to find a way to get rid of the compile error almost instantly. And what? Overheat and then a rare card. So there's a common card and a rare card that can do that. There's... I guess I could bit shift it so I can play it multiple times. That is to take it out of the sequence and just get it back in hand. I mean, if I'm playing around with more expensive cards in the sequence... Invoke then, right? It's just this is only the compile bonus. So it feels like it's almost a waste. Well, I guess it's not a waste, right? Because after the first time you use expensive cards to create a function, you need to get some energy after having created the next expensive function to actually be able to play it, because the bronze score is no longer affecting it. Well, how expensive can a function get? 2? Commonly. 3 is unlikely. I'm gonna pass up the null pointer. And everything else there. Probably focus on the defend here. Yeah, I'll pass up the null pointer as well as everything else there. Not happy about it, if that helps at all. Pretty grumpy, in fact, about it all. Unless this hits exactly... replicate and strike, I can't get the kill this turn, so I'm going to use a defend and try and find the extra defend. Wow. Wow. Wait a second. Replicate hit 2 times. Oh, it was 23, not 25. Okay, so if that defend was the defend I cycled back and otherwise I would have drawn a strike, then yeah, I was going to be fine. Without doing the kind of tricky play that I was trying to do there. But at the same time, I know the next card I drew was a block, so feels like it was ultimately correct. Flail, iterate, and class default. Well, Flail gives us the access to the AoE that we were talking about prior, as well as possibly the ability to hold on to some of our stats through compiling an artifact. Sure. Probably should have just thrown Gauntu there. Yeah, it seems like that would have been reasonable. There we go, get it back for free. Makes for an easy kill. Blockchain is... blockchain now costs 1. Oh. I mean, look, if I am going to be doing expensive functions, that's a deck for a bronze orb, baby. That's what that bronze orb do. Interesting. I'm not going to split until we get back to the function. That'll do. 18 damage split. Happy with that. All right. Bronze armor. It's also Dark Dash to deal damage as well as block. The compiler here is insert a void. Should make it harder to pay for more expensive things later on. Bronze armor's got an appeal. Again, just related to giving us more artifacting. This one's not even on encode, it's on cast. I'll take Dark Dash. Come on, flail. Hey, found it. Okay, so now we can Dark Dash, replicate, and then... Wait, so the flail is going to be 2 AoE, 8. So don't target the frontliner in the next one. Maybe I should have just deleted an enemy. I was like, yeah, no, the rest of the deck will handle it. But I forgot that those were all of the good cards in the deck. Void. You bamboozled me, Void. You absolutely got me. Vajra started combat with the strength. Soon we will break the Ruby Key and also get another point of strength. Thunderwave. As much as I love the idea of finding the first rare card, trying to build around the first rare card and all of that stuff, with what I'm currently doing, I'm not going to make that many functions. I'm just going to make particularly powerful functions. So I think I'll be passing all of those, in fact. Toy Ornithopter. Whenever you use a potion, heal for 5 HP. That's pretty significant. It's really significant anti-attrition right there. We'll love to flail, but do have to make sure I stay up with the anti-attrition. Speaking of staying up with the anti-attrition, I'm gonna use a potion here because it's possible I get a potion at the end of the fight anyway. And we do. Great. Otherwise, I would have just lost HP from there. Okay. So the thing is, fine-tuning is going to be really good with Go-To and Flail in the deck. It's also good with a couple of the compile bonuses. It's also good because it is a... it is an easy way to lower the average cost of a hand. And the average cost of our hand is going to be relatively high while we're doing this. think it's go to finding Dark Dash. Yep. We get to draw into the void on 0 energy, immediately expending it, and then just go straight for the kill. Only smooth stones started to come up with the decks. God, love that. Follow through. We're not really going to have the ability to follow through on any of this. Hey, the Envoke kind of looks even better now, right? Does it? Okay, if I continue taking 2 costs and 3 costs as socketable cards, then yes. Let's experiment with it. Shame I didn't use a potion. Should probably always make sure that I end a fight with 2 potions, just as a rule. Two artifacts. Retain that for the right turn. +2/+2. I think we just have pretty much all of these want an upgrade, but none of them desperately want an upgrade. They're all kind of, yeah, I'll take an upgrade if you got one. Didn't draw the void. Gain energy equal to. Okay, so that fine-tuning won't modify that at all. Right. Honestly, if that's as little as we take in terms of damage for this entire fight, more than comfy with that. Shuriken. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. Well, suddenly I really want to do more of that. More attacking. Although it's up against the for loop, the next card you encode causes X additional copies to be encoded. Which is exactly the kind of thing we want with a rare build with a high cost build, rather. Come on, fine-tuning. There it is. Fine-tuning and invoke. Getting us up to 6 energy, and then we draw 3 cards. Especially if go-to is one of the cards in the invoked thing. Oh. Seems ridiculously good. Yeah, guess I'll generate that. Burn the for loop because I'm not gonna have time to use it. We've done more than 103 damage to this enemy already. That's pretty wild. Deprecate, Delayed Slice, and Sticky Shield. We'll hard pass those. Sentient form this early. Oh. Yep. Just yup. Speaking of yup, we should probably just upgrade the cards we're going to be using most consistently. Oh, invoke and 2 strikes. Look, I think I still kind of need that damage right now. All right, I'll Dark Dash invoke. Let's do it. I could for loop replicate and then just use the replicate immediately. Rely on the flail to get the kill for me later. For loop again? No, it's really hard to play 2. It's pretty hard to play 1. Compile. Yeah, no. That's on the compile. I wanted above the encode line if I'm going to be going for it here. Whenever you play a zero-cost card, if the card silent has less than 7 cards in hand, she gains a Shiv. She also does have the Shuriken. I should be a wee bit careful. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Give me... oh my god, I was actually about to say sentient form. Thank you. Don't really want any of those. You know what? I think I'm just going to invoke. I think I fine-tuning invoke. I'm okay with losing this whole hand. Really? Well, we didn't get fine-tuning. Extremely sadly. But there you go. You get 1 strength up. Ooh, you get 2 strength up. That was an upgraded one. Oh, that's bad for us. Well, I'm going to draw 4 cards and then deal a bunch of damage. Because every time I draw specifically this function, it's dealing 13 damage 1 more time to all enemies and drawing another card. It seems pretty good, is the thing. The thing about it, though, about that, seems pretty good, though. That's all I have to say. Invoke probably isn't our ideal anymore. I think what we really want, if we want sentient form to go absolutely off, we actually curate a build that it does. I like Flail and I like Go-To. The thing is, Invoke can't be the last card in there, neither can Dark Dash, because their growth with the sentient form is just absolutely pitiful. So what we really want in there, I think, is Buggy Mess. It's early access, though. No, early access isn't what we do. Find and replace, put a card from your drawer, discard into your hand at a dazed where it was. It's put into your hand, not draw. That said, hang on, it's ethereal, but it upgrades to remove the ethereal and become retain. Format's not bad. Format is incredible. We've used format almost every time. I've also gotten baited into using early access, which is good right now. Look at this. 1 cost early access, 1 cost beta bill, and I have it on good authority that the full release itself, also 1 cost. Very pleased about all of that. Just not in this build. So while I've experimented with each of these a lot, I've never experimented with find and replace. But what would I even experiment with here? I guess it pulls out sentient form early? Okay, that's actually pretty good. Idol of Retromation. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of the most expensive card in your hand by 1 for the turn. Love it. Gonna help us set up a lot. I kind of want to go down the path that just has the most removals, but I can only see 1 shop, 2 other upgrades. There's a 3 lead path with 1 upgrade, no shops. Yikes. Yeah, these paths are rough. Find and replace to gain retain. Sure. That'll occasionally give me the ability to just cast the good card 2 times on the same turn, and that's worth something. A lot, in fact, it's worth a lot. Sentient form should really go out, right? So I defend reasonably there. Damage 3 times in AoE works there. Let's go Dark Dash, 4 loop the Invoke so that we actually get it back, as well as the energy, get the kill. 11 HP missing there is pretty rough. Still don't really want fine tunings just clogging up the deck while I'm trying to achieve something else. That really wanted to be go-to right there. I'll get that one done at least. Fortify. Gain 3 decks. No, no. Ryan, you were very clear about what you were going to do. End Caridian at the start of each combat, add a random power card to your hand. It costs 0 for that turn. Love it. Optimize to upgrade the cards that go up there. That's a good card to go up there. Invoke also goes up there as well, right? So we'll put that up there first. Oh, God. I really want to do Sentient Form Flail, but it has to be Flail first, so I actually get the energy to even play the Sentient Form. Well, we got it there at least. Okay, I'm drawing 3 extra cards next turn. Hopefully one of the cards we draw is the upgraded one. It was not, unfortunately. Okay, so this turn we draw this. It gets the extra buff. Then we use it. It only costs 1 because of the Idol of Retromation. Use Replicate, and then we'll... Ooh, neat. But we'll pull back the original one again. For all that extra damage. Bronze Orb. We could try and set it up so that we just get the correct function on turn 1 from 3 Bronze Orbs going off. Yeah, I like that a lot. Removal here is pretty clear. Oof. I don't think I can Sentient Form here. None of these are the kind of defense I'm really looking for. Yeah, it's the whole constantly losing all of our HP that's making me pretty nervous right now, as you might expect. Alright. Just gotta do that for the block then. Shouldn't have found and replaced there. Largely an affectation of tilt, I feel. Let's Conflict Turbo and Sticky Shields. No. Take Jutsu Bracelet to try and get stores upcoming soon, especially. Love it. We'll Flail. Use the Bronze Orb to get the kill. That gives us 3 energy back. We use Find and Replace to get Sentient Form, which we play, and then we use Running Flail. All right, replicate, do whatever we want past this point. Kind of an ideal opening turn right there for us. Get rid of fine-tuning. I don't want any more cards in my deck. Just the flails, please. Oh, sorry, it got encoded a bunch of times. I was wondering, why did I make a function there? That doesn't make any sense to me. Because I made a function there. That's probably why I did it. It is turn 5, Gremlin Leader. Slow your roll. Found the... Finally, we found all of the right things. It's just, are we going to live long enough to utilize them? I don't know. I think I'm gonna become a vampire here. Because that could help. Dark Dash isn't really the one that I wanted there, but it's fine. I kind of just want to use as many bites as I can before the end of this fight. Yeah, I think that's going to be my priority here. There we go. Good priority. Don't need any of those, though. I think I need to upgrade the bronze orbs so that I have more defense on turn 1. Find some potions. Ooh, entropic draft. I'm not going to take the vexing draft there. We're going to have to use the potions to try and heal us up with the toy ornithopter. So many more cards I desperately need to remove from this deck. As soon as I remove those cards, suddenly everything is so much easier. Oh my god. Can't believe we got flail. Alright. There's Buggy Sprint, which I guess is going to be the card we're upgrading this whole time. I think the only way I can really deal with this is by making sure that I suck the absolute life out of these enemies. Just bite them till they're dead. Thank you for the buggy sprint. I mean, I could try and use that to go for a kill, but I can fish it out next turn if I need to. Or I can just bite the hell out of the enemy still. Smoke bomb? No, not really. None of those either, thank you. It would be so great if I could just cut the 2 cards out of the deck that need to leave. Please, game. Let me do this. Okay. Get the invoke. Make sure that I get the full block here, and make sure that I get as much healing as is possible as well. That'll do it. Blessing of the Forge. I really should have been using some potions. Follow through, safeguard, deprecate. Why without those? I think I'll have to skip over the Blessing of the Forge too. Mutator. Gain 1 strength. Transform a status in hand into a copy of this. Ooh. Oh, we got options with this opening hand. It really depends on how the bronze orbs go. Eh. Is that really the card that I want back? I think I'm going to find and replace for Invoke. And just try and set up a different power. Flail's perfect for it, so is go-to. Guess I may as well bite. So we create it, immediately gets upgraded. It doesn't defend us, which, not great, but we do get to draw cards, which burn those 2 out of the deck, so we get back faster. The more cards we draw, the more cards we burn, the better off we are going to be. There you go, Blasphemer. Oh, you're still intangible this turn, eh? Ooh. Well, nicely done. Guess I'll throw the big block before I use the copying flail. The rest of this ought to be pretty straightforward. Just play the powerful cards. That'll do it. Hardcode library early access. Would I want to hardcode a function into this deck? Yeah. Yes? Well, I mean, then the bronze orbs suddenly are pretty rough. It's also going to be real hard to set up an actual hardcode here. Yeah, it might be a blessing that I can't do that. The start of the turn, add a random card with encode to your hand. It costs 0. I like library, but I also like the plan I already have for the deck a bit more than that. Actually going to be skipping all of those. Snacko Eye. I mean, yes. Like, yes, but I'm mad about it. Drawing more cards. 3 more cards a turn. Mind. 3 more? It's 2 more cards a turn. It's 3 more cards a turn in a different game. Drawing more cards per turn is huge for the plan to cycle through our deck. Absolutely monumental. So I have to try it. Let's remove the ethereal from sentient form. Maybe we played in the second cycle this time. One of these times, at least. Sprint, not bad. Then we put Buggy Mess up there, through a class default. So there's 2 encode cards left in the deck. It's Dark Dash and it's Flail. 50-50. Nice! It's exactly what I didn't want. Okay. We can replicate, fine-tuning, invoke, and then play sentient form after. Like, it's powerful, don't get me wrong. I'm about to draw a full hand next turn. There you go. Let's find and replace to get the card that keeps drawing us cards and blocking for us as well. AoE. Alright, fine. Just take a normal block there. I may just use the Dex Potion at the end of this fight to heal back up. And here, May should probably be pronounced almost am certainly going to. And I forgot to. Wow, Ryan. Just wow. You literally just... Anyway, I have to go over this path. As much as I want the 2 removals, if I want it... Do I want to go to Niao, or do I want this build to do what this build does? Not everyone has to go to Niao. I want to see this build get online. Okay, so it'd be find a place to find go to. It feels like sentient form isn't even really going to come into it at this rate. Wow. There we go. Damage to all enemies 4 times. Blockchain? No, we don't even really defend that well, to be honest. I can't add 2 more cards into the deck that I have to remove. 2 copies of sentient form. Okay, I find and replace. I pull out the replicate. We use replicate and invoke, getting back 4 energy. I throw the flail up there so we can actually start growing a good one. Alright, go to. Impress me. Well done, you did it. You've impressed me. What do you mean you did nothing? You were everything I wanted you to be. Nothing more and nothing less, and that's more than enough for me. Where's your function, nerd? Turn 5. Okay. So for all other bosses that you fight here, they do the same thing they usually do. I'm almost certain this guy is supposed to use Hyper Beam on turn 7 rather than turn 5, but I think that's because there wasn't a first turn of summoning anything. So this fight is significantly different in normal pattern. I'm gonna have to start healing back up. Maybe even take the Dex Potion. Yeah, gains us 4 energy though. Fossilized Helix, remember the first time you lose HP each combat? There's another bronze orb, oh my god. We actually do have the ability to, in the opening turn, just put the right cards up there now. You know, granted, we remove the correct cards too. Also, granted, the bronze orbs don't cost too much for us to play. That is one foible that's been introduced into the plan. How best can we defend? Guess that'll do it. Can I please have the card? There we go. It's the card. Bye, merchant. Branch separator oil spill. Hard pass on those. Ooh, Dolly's mirror. Don't really know what that would go on, though. Ah, sentient form. Get a second copy of that in the deck. That's pre-upgraded. Well, this should work, right? Clicked entirely the wrong things there. I would prefer to click the correct thing, please. Hey, oh. Looks like it re-rolled some stuff here. All right, I'm not gonna buy anything from the shop as a result. No cheating. Just want to actually click the right cards. Okay, so shop removal, get replicate out of there. Dollies, get the sentient form into there. Hard pass. Oof. Get some extra energy back for having casted that. Yeah. More than a good enough turn as far as I'm concerned. We're not even really doing the whole sentient form business yet. We're just kind of powerful enough that it's fine without that. Not being able to play that on draw is really annoying. So one of the reasonings behind the reason I didn't think the Snack Away was going to affect us too much is because if we did stick to this, 3 energy and it pays back 3 energy, right? So only if I have go-to not in this function, which is obviously not the plan, I want to get Dark Dash out of here and I want to get Invoke out of here as well, then that becomes a problem because I can draw into this card past that point. Wow. Our draw pile sucks. Or at least it did at the time. Mango, 14 more max HP. There's an overheat that I don't need. Decker's Washes. At the start of combat, add draw 3 additional cards and add a Dazed into your draw pile. Sure. Literally, this space would have to give me Winged Boots if I was going to get over there. Pick a card within code to start in the sequence. Probably Buggy Mess. Yeah, it's supposed to be Buggy Mess, Flail, and Go-To. Bottled Anomaly. Upon pick up, choose a card. Wait, hang on. That upgrades to be Retain. Okay, I was wondering if that upgrades to be 0 cost. Start of turn 3. Add it to your hand. It costs 0. 10 cards. Draw a card. No. Just want to remove cards. Let's get Invoke out of there. There could be a shop in any of the final spaces, and I'm kind of gonna bank on it. Get him, Go-To. Found our first and second sentient forms. Can't get the second one out yet. That's still more than enough block for us because of the full-size helix. Can we really, like, draw this rather than draw it at the very bottom of the first cycle? Like, it's kind of, it's real bad that it's there. Means it doesn't get upgraded as often. Perfect. Oh, no need on any of those. Let's go to... Let's flail. We get this all back. Draw 2 cards as well as get an energy. Okay, there's sentient form. It does become a copy of this card as well, so if this is 0 cost, the rest becomes 0 cost too. Neat. I'm gonna use Find and Replace to put a Slimed into hand, so I can gain some more strength there. Come on, 45 me. Nice. Happy to see it because it is one of the best feelings for the fossilized helix to have, is just blocking that one. Hang on. 2 sentient forms out here. This says gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards. Oh, because stacking this is the first 2 times you draw or create a function each turn, increase all numbers on by 1. So if I drew this again, then I would increase it again. If the deck was thin enough, I would be drawing it consistently. Ooh, that's a lot of burns in the deck. Should settle for the defense I'm able to generate there. Roomba's Pocket Sentry comes along for the ride. Assembly. Scry 5. Encode all cards with encode discarded in the selected order. Upgrades to Scry 8 as well. Very interesting. Intriguing. Cannot play it. Neither that nor Terminator. We already have our build. Our build is good enough. We get this back, it gives us a bunch of energy back, which we then use to cast the rest of the cards we need for the kill, right? I do like doing more engine building as like the last episode and this episode. But I am going to have to be much more aggressive with removing cards and taking fewer cards so that I can actually get it online more commonly. Because you start with 2 encode cards in the deck. One of them's great. The other one's also replicate. So, boost, buggy mess, constructor. Pass. Yeah, I'll lose a bronze orb. I don't need all of them. I only actually need 2. I mean, this is the last opportunity for me to spend money, so sure, I'll gain some max HP. Dang dark deal. Got us again. Okay, let's pop go-to up there 2 times, and then never have the ability to get it out. Yes, as was always the plan. Final flail, get you down. Nope. Easy choice on hard pass there too. Don't really want to power up the enemy, but I also don't really not want to power up the enemy here. Okay, we got the right card up there at least. Go to. So then I can play flail and then find... Oh, we should play fine-tuning first. Then we can play flail. Use that card, giving us the ability to play one of the sentient forms. I kind of like the idea of getting library out there and just slow encoding more stuff. No. We just want to encode one thing and encode it very large. Metamorphosis. Oh, it's whenever I play a rare card. I forgot about that. I have attack cards in hand. I just kind of want to get rid of a lot of stuff, get as close to the next cycle as we can. Exhaust the cards we can't. 2-burn status is no. Okay, I was kind of hoping for significantly better potions there. Buggy Sprint is again on the very bottom of the deck. So Bronze Orb, if nothing else, to exhaust it. Work that void. Should I find a place to get to Buggy Sprint and cast? Yeah, I think I should. Just don't want to go so long without casting it at all. Stop trashing my deck. Asking nicely this time. So enemy's going to over-defend next turn. I miscalculated their damage pretty significantly there. Yep. That fight easily could have been saved. That's totally on me. Not super jazzed about some of the Snecko costs I got in that fight, but hey, that's the Snecko game. That's how that goes, you know? It helped us far more than it hindered us over the course of the run. Dang. More shops, more removal opportunities, being able to get this online faster. Oh, it just would have been so good. And so it was as well, right up until that final fight. I would have just spammed out my potions had I known. I would have had the Toy Ornithopter, would have had... Well, I mean, Vexing Drafts I still probably would have been a little bit about possibly using. But definitely would have healed, obviously would have defended more on that turn. I was like, yeah, they got 28 damage. It's fine, I understand that. You can see it represented on the screen. I'm going to be taking 28 damage. Damn it! Oh. But you know what that does mean? It means we have another Ascension 5 run as the Automaton before we go back to our cycle. So for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire Downfall. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.